Mario Kart World, the newest entry in the Mario Kart series. It's kind of interesting that they skipped over Mario Kart, 9, and they just decided to go with the world. And honestly, like the more you start looking at it, it starts to make more and more sense because they expanded upon the formula so much. Like, I mean, in my opinion, this is the most ambitious Mario Kart game they have released to date because they managed to make it so it's an open world social game. And we have never seen anything like this. So first and foremost, I want to talk about how full of life the stages are. It's quite incredible how when you put in contrast the stages in Mario Kart 8, the booster pack, compared to the Mario Kart Deluxe, not the Mario Kart Deluxe, the Mario Kart World stages, this looks so much better. Like, I really like that punchy feeling, full of life that we're seeing here. And I'm really glad that we're seeing the level of quality in the stages. They feel like there's so much to look around, and also they're clean enough for you to just go through them and focus on the track. I also really like how much emphasis in quality and details are putting into these new tracks, because the ones from the booster pass, those maps were not the most detailed. They look kind of bland in my opinion, and they didn't have that like brand of quality, that seal of quality that you are used to see in Nintendo products. I also really like the fact that there's new mechanics for us to play with, like the wall jumping, like in the old school 3D Mario games, like Mario 64, and then you have your Mario Galaxy, Odyssey, but the wall jumping in Mario Kart, it's completely new. It's really, really fun to see that they are adding more stuff to play around. Also, the railing, like it's a skateboard, it's also pretty fun to see. Something else that I noticed, and then everybody noticed, like you can see all these images on Twitter, is the amount of playable characters. You can play as the cow from that stage from the Mario Kart Wii, like Moo Fields, I think it's called. The Blue Dogs, the Piantas, I think I saw Pianta also driving around. A crab, a fish bones. Like, you can play as anything. Literally, everyone is invited to the party. Like, Mario is the type of guy that you could be his number one enemy, like Bowser, and you're still invited to the Mario Kart racing party. And also, you're a background character, you're also invited to the party, which is so funny. Like, there's no boundaries for the creativity in this game, and it's amazing to see. You never really want to see boundaries in video games. You want to see the devs just explode their creativity in any way they want. And it's amazing to also appreciate that the characters have more life to them, because they have different outfits that you can see them wearing, and it's great to see. I really don't know if you can get these outfits before the race, because in the gameplay video, you see them eating a hamburger and then they change the outfit. I don't know if the outfit itself gives you like new abilities or is just cosmetic. I don't know what it is, but it's something very welcome that I really appreciate. It's amazing. I think the free roaming is a great addition to the game, because it expands upon the idea of an open world Mario Kart. You're driving around, not just like your typical bread and butter of just select a course, just drive through in a few laps, and then you're done. On to the next one, like loading screen and loading screen and loading screen. It seems like when you choose free roaming, you just have the entirety of the map available to you, and you can invite your friends just to explore the whole thing around. And it's amazing because you can take pictures, you can explore for Easter eggs or little attention to details in the maps. Now you can see there's so much to see, a whole lot. This game is very ambitious, and Nintendo adding this feature helps a lot, because sometimes you literally just wanna stand around and just look at the map carefully, then actually drive around and play the game normally. Because when you're just driving and you're playing the game normally, you can see things around, but you cannot just stop and appreciate. And free roaming helps you appreciate things more closely, which is amazing. The Battle Royale mode. Now, this is a first for Mario Kart. What you used to have is, the typical races. You would rack up points, and then you would just have the standings at the very end of the pre and online. But now it's like if you manage to place like fifth, sixth, or whatnot, then you're just gonna get knocked out and you are going to just get disqualified. This is completely new. So this is like the very, very competitive game mode of this game. And as we know, Mario Kart 8, it's very sweaty. There's like one meta that dominates absolutely everything. So I don't know how the balance is going to be in this game. I really hope, really do hope that they manage to make this game more balanced and more all-rounder in general. So it doesn't matter what you pick, you're still going to perform at the very least fine, Obviously, there has to be some skill involved. You have to know the races, like knowledge, the combinations. But in general, I really don't want to see one type of character, one type of way, like one certain combination to triumph everything else, because it just gets very stale. It gets very boring. And to me, that is no fun. I want to see variety. I want to see people pick their favorite ride, their favorite characters, and not be like meta slaves, if that makes sense. But it's going to be very interesting. I want to try this out and see how the battle royale mode works. And last but not least, the $80 price tag. Oh man, this is the first time ever I think like any Nintendo game has been this expensive. Like the last game we had that had a hefty price tag was Tears of the Kingdom, and there was a lot of justifications like, well, this is a really ambitious and big game, and other people were saying, well, not really, because it's like reusing assets. Like there's a lot of discussion. There was a lot of discussion about this game and the future of video games in general, having like next gen titles being priced minimum at $70, and right now we have an $80 game for Mario Kart World. No other, like as of right now, there are no other games. I guess like in general, in the grand scheme of things, that are $80. Like the only exception would be special edition games that you can justify those prices, but like just the game itself being $80, that's kind of crazy. I've seen people on Twitter being very, very disheartened about this, and it can be a slippery slope. Maybe the game actually warrants it because the quality of the game, it's absolutely insane, and we still haven't seen the whole picture. We're gonna see the entire of the game or most of it and what has to offer. So now we can have a clearer picture if this game is actually worth $80. I really hope future Nintendo titles are not priced this high. The positive side is that the new game Donkey Kong Bonanza, absolutely amazing game. I love how great this game looks, and they're giving Donkey Kong a chance. But I'm gonna make a video specifically for that. That game is actually not $80. That game is $70. It's still on the higher side, like Tears of the Kingdom, and most likely the new next gen games are gonna be $70. But I really hope like this is not the new norm. Let's just see what happens. Like video games are a luxury, and it shows. And things are getting more and more expensive as we go.